Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Jordan here from Arcade Tunes. Behind you, you have my Drift F80 M3, and we're gonna throw all the FBO parts on it if Islam can get these downpipes off, which has been a headache. Car is stock AF underneath. They just cut out the secondary cats and did a horrendous job welding it. These are all extremely rusted on, which for me is great. It means that the exhaust has never been off this car, which is cool. It means the downpipe's never been off. The car's never really been modded. He's having a ton of trouble because after 45,000 miles in the Northeast, they're a little rusty. He's gonna try to get those off while we go over all these parts we have here. Cars can get our front mount intakes, which are these. We have these new filters I love. We're really limited on how many we have though, because it's like a small test batch. So we might just throw K&Ns on for this set, we'll see. So we can get our front mount intakes in the car, our high flow downpipes, and our charge pipes for right now. I'm gonna put a different intercooler on the top of the motor, not because it's needed for cooling. Does almost the same as the aftermarket one. The only real difference is that factory one can leak over time, and because I'm doing this car, it needs to be reliable over 2 weeks of driving. I just can't have any issues. I can't be trying to source an intercooler. I'm way trying to just drive the car. So we will be doing that at some point, but it's gonna be our charge pipes right now. Our charge pipes have multiple meth bungs if you plan on running meth or water injection on the car. We have 2 on the lower pipe on the U-bend, which is where I prefer to put the methanol or water injection if you do it, which I don't even suggest. And then 2 on the top pipes if you like to put it there, or your tuner likes to put it there. We're probably gonna only install the 2 upper pipes right now though, to be honest, and then do the last one when the intercooler comes off, so we don't even touch it. Downpipes will go on right now, and our front mount intake. Downpipe's pretty standard, 3-inch, nothing crazy. It worked really good, fit really good. The intakes are our front mount intakes. Put the air filters in the grill. So people always ask me, I wanna do X, Y, and Z intake. The best bang for your buck is drop-in filters, period. Costs about $100, gives you 10 wheel maybe. Works great. The best intake you can buy is a front mount intake that puts the air filter in the grill. No way are you ever gonna have as cold air as you can by putting the air filter in the grill. Like, it's the best option, period. So bang for your buck, drop-ins. We have these in stock, and these are ours, so we're gonna go ahead and put our front mount intakes in the car. They also sound really good, which is always nice, especially right now car got stock exhaust. Not sure what I'll do with that next. So Islam's trying to rip off these stock downpipes and exhaust bolts that are all C's, and then we'll go to start throwing all these parts on. Make it FBO. Should make 500 plus wheel, 520, something like that, and like similar torque. The downpipes are in. The hardware was super rusted on there. So we had some random things just to throw on for now before we get like nicer hardware. Not even gonna show you, it looks a little janky, but it's legit. So downpipes are in there. Still rocking with this leaking exhaust for now. I'll worry about that at a later date. Crank hub wise, it's pretty much done. It sucks. This car's got like a newish oil cooler. They break all the time. That's something that also another little thing I'll be doing is I have to order a shield for it you put underneath in case you scrape, it doesn't smash it. This car, the oil cooler was replaced before, and it sucks. It looks so new, and it has a small leak somewhere. So they usually don't look this nice and clean, but it's got a little leak over here. Probably gonna leave it like that, drive it home like that, just to put a few miles on it after we do all the work, and then swap that out at some point. But crank up stuff's pretty much done. He's just buttoning it all up now. And then next up, intakes and charge pipes. While Islam's throwing on these charge pipes, I'm gonna show you guys how not to remove grills. One down.
Yeah, it didn't break?
Nah. Oh no, the grill? Oh, dude, the fucking paint nearly comes off. How to take out grills, 101. How not to take out grills, 101. You have to do it with serious commitment. You can't half-ass that. What's left? Rear panels, 2 charge pipes, braces, intakes. Right? It's time to make the intakes fit. I feel like no one's gonna ever come to me after seeing me working on cars and videos. Don't worry, I don't work on cars and videos. Just on my own car in this video. I gotta trim the openings so the intakes fit. Our intakes are 3-inch piping through the opening. The new one's like 3.5 that I'm gonna do through the grill opening. The mass airflow sensor section needs to be a hair under 3-inch to read correctly, not throw codes. I have to trim a little bit of plastic to make it fit. Some other people love saying their intakes fit without trimming. I don't care. I'd rather trim a $27 piece of plastic and get a larger size tube in there than squish something just to say I don't have to trim something. It's not like I'm trimming a many $100 piece of plastic or metal. It's a piece of plastic. You can cut it with a razor blade. I like to use a Sawzall and trim a little bit and then razor blade the rest. In here there's a hole. It's shaped like a square. This part's soft. So I'll cut this with a razor blade right at the soft line. And I just cut this straight this way, straight that way to open up to fit my pipe through. So it's trimmed now. That's the opening. You have a little squarish, a little bit larger. You could also trim it like little by little and make it round. Some people like to trim it little by little, make it nice and round. It is nice like that. We try to do it on customers' cars. They use like a hot razor blade, like heat up the torch, and just sort of make them a square and oval it. It's okay like this for my car. Also, whenever you want to change the intakes, you want to clean the MAF with a MAF parts cleaner before installing. They get dusty over time. It's a great idea. Otherwise, especially with new intake, you can put any intake with oiled filter. A little bit buildup ends up turning on the MAF. Like usually, like sometimes 2,000 to 3,000 miles later, sometimes even sooner, sometimes later, they'll throw like a MAF code, a lean code. Usually because there's a little bit of oil and the MAF's reading a little bit wrong. So I like to do when I install them new. I don't have any left. A little late to run out, so I'm gonna install them now. A few thousand miles, I'll take a look at them and see if they have anything on them. I have a lot of people try installing these and smash the filters. As you can see, I just sort of got it in there nicely. This is a new filter, has a little hole right here too. I love how it looks. I think it'll help a little bit with getting some fresh air in. The pipe has to end here-ish. Filter ends here, so it tightens down right. So the problem a lot of people I think have is when they try to do it, they tighten everything in the engine bay first. I left it all loose. This is loose, not bolted down here. This is all together. That's in where it has to be. Clamps are on this pipe ready. One side's already tight. The side that going to the pipe leading into the grill section. And then the rest of it's all loose. So I can just move the pipe forward, backwards. The air filter, I always tell everyone, has to point towards a BMW logo, which it does. Now, once I'm happy with that side, I'll do the other side. Once I'm happy with both sides and they're even, tighten everything down and it won't move ever. Intakes are done, downpipe's done, charge pipe's done, everything's done. Hood won't pop back open, so I would show you a picture of underneath, but I don't know why, so we'll have to deal with that a little bit later. I'm gonna take this car for a drive, put some miles on it while I go pick up some transmissions. I don't know why I'm using this car, other than the fact that I've been really wanting to drive it. So that's it for this vlog. Hope you guys enjoy everything. If you do, hit the bell, hit the subscribe button.